So it's day 9, the 10-day cleanse, and today I've decided I'm going to stop tomorrow. Saturday, break it, done 10 days, I've had one meal, so it's a success and a failure in some ways, but I'm happy with the outcome, looking forward to weighing myself. So tomorrow what I'm planning to do is record before I weigh myself and predict what some of the metrics are going to be. So look at what I was before I started, I just can't even remember that now, and then predict where I am now, and then when I do weigh myself in, see how accurate it was. Today's been pretty interesting. Energy levels have been good early on, stagnated later on in the day, but woke up 5 a.m. and it was straight up, so I wasn't dragging myself out of bed like usually. If I've got nothing to get up for, like paddle, I'll labour a little bit, might go on my phone. None of that. So yeah, got up, had coffee, a juice. The juice I had was the grapefruit, orange, lemon, lime and coconut water, which was really nice. And then good meetings in the day, another productive day work-wise. But yeah, I've got to a stage now. Yesterday I was thinking, I'll continue, but today it's got to a stage where I'm like, no, I want to start eating again, and I want to think about the next challenge, and I'm thinking about doing something muscle building related now, because I've not done any weight training for a number of weeks. So it'd be good to do a little challenge on that, focus on that, build, see where I am at the end of that build, and then go from there. So maybe do it as another series to follow on from this one. Now that I've done some cleansing, my absorption should be better. So yeah, I've got everything that I wanted from the session, and I'm happy about where I am with it. I did have a beauty juice at 11. So again, that's the beetroot, carrot, cucumber, ginger, turmeric, apples, coriander, mint. Very powerful juice, but that's all I've had today, and that's probably why I'm thinking about stopping tomorrow when I think about it, because I've not had as much juice today as what I should have done, especially with the lessons I've already learnt going through this process. But everything feels much baggier, skin feels smoother, hair feels better, the eyes seem clearer, the energy levels have levelled out, more balanced as well. It's quite relaxed, not as agitated like I had a good day today because I got my first contract, which would be on a retainer, so it's not a massive amount of money, but it's something to build from, and it's good because I was running out of money. I was like, shit man, what am I going to do if I don't get some business in? And then today it's happened, so it's fitting really to be at the end of the fast. But tomorrow night I want to do something social, I think. So yeah, I'm going to break it midday, because I started the day before I filmed day 1. Well, I'd eaten at lunchtime. My last meal before day 1 was at lunchtime, so I could break it on lunchtime Saturday, and that will be the full days, minus day 4's floppage, but that's fine. You know, going through it's fine. People, if you go through it, try it, do it. The experience, you want to watch through the experience that I've had with it. And I've had some good realizations, you know, not to judge what, like certain things I've seen as bad, like drinking, but actually I reflected on that and thought, well, I shouldn't really demonise that thing, because it's helped get me through certain scenarios, bit of peace, let a bit of air out the balloon when I've been stressed. I've had some good conversations when I've had a drink, so maybe I shouldn't see it so negative. I know it's toxic to the body, but a lot of things are, but it's what's the energy impact, and can you have a healthier relationship with these things? And that's what I'm looking to do now as I go forward. It's not something I want to get rid of, because I do like the social elements, and as part of my job I need to do it anyway. So I'm thinking, have a healthier relationship, apply the mantra of being aggressive with the health and conservative with the bad stuff, but appreciate they can coexist, and providing that I'm conscious about my actions. And what I mean by that is, if I'm going to have a few drinks later on that day, make sure I have a good meal, for example. So just trying to be a bit more wise with my approach, rather than thinking I can just get perfection, because that's what, it's almost an external thing as well, like what society expects you to do or whatever, when realistically we're all going to die, aren't we? So like, if you can enjoy whilst you're here without destroying your body and having pain and degenerative issues and, you know, the tightness and all these kind of things. I've noticed a bit of pain in my knee actually now that I say that, so I've done a bit of stretching. It's not something I've mentioned before, but my knee over the last 5 years, it just give me severe pain if I train hard, and I've realised what it was. It's lack of stretching, so some sort of muscular tightness around the knee, because the only thing that would take it away is the stretching. So that's something I need to think about incorporating as well, being a bit more diligent and spending more time stretching instead of just doing a little 5 minutes here and there. I need to be a bit more dedicated to that. So that's something I'm going to build in. So yeah, tomorrow will be the last day, and then I'll know the results, which I'll share, and I'm hoping it's good. I mean, I had a bath earlier, and I did notice I could submerge under the water now, my body, so that weren't happening before. So it's a good measuring stick, isn't it, that your bath can actually cover your body. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, I can feel all under my ribs and stuff now, which wasn't the case before, so there's some good stuff. Like, I'm still carrying and there's still a lot of work to do, but it's definitely been a good step to catalyse the health, instead of just rotting and losing 2 or 3 pound there, then putting it back on and not really doing it with purpose. And now I've realised that anything you do, if you don't do it with purpose, you'll not get the desired outcome. You can't be passive with these things, but when you do it with purpose, the results, I'm guessing, are better than what I anticipated in terms of how I feel and the benefits that I've realised, and the profound things that have happened, like bumping into people. I mean, I'm sparring in the morning, 9 o'clock, and there's at least 4 of us, if not 5 of us attending, which again, that's something that's not happened for a while. Got my first contract for my business, so I'm happy about that, because it was a case of, funnily enough, I had a call from a recruiter for a role, and it was like, I made the joke that, well, if things don't go well here, I'll probably be ringing you back. So then that happening at the end of today was really, really like good for me. I'm so happy about that, which is probably why I want to break it. Really, I want to see some friends and have a couple of drinks, because I've kind of lived in a bubble, just me in this room working, filming, doing the juicing, the odd little bit of social activity and exercise, but nothing much more than that for 10 days. And as much as it's been good and very spiritual to have all that time with yourself and not really speaking to many people other than a camera, and well, even the meetings are speaking to a camera and someone on a screen, so that has its benefits, but I feel ready to break that. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to break it lunchtime with something somewhat healthy, but then in the evening I'm going to have some soul food. I'm going to cook some curried oxtail, cook it all up, and then really enjoy that food and appreciate that I've earned it. And then it'll be on to the next challenge. So it's been a good process. Final stretch now. Again, I'd highly recommend it. Watch a few of the other videos just for some more context, because I don't want to labour any of the points, because it's all already there. And I've got out of it what I wanted to. And it's also helped give me clarity for how I want to move forward as well, so that's also really positive. There are things during the process I could have done better, like sticking to that framework, and I do believe that would have helped a lot. I could have been more disciplined with the amount of juice I consumed, and that probably would have led to more benefits. Funnily enough, the last couple of days I've had some movements as well, which is mad after like 8-9 days of not eating other than one meal, as I keep having to say, which is annoying that I have to say that, because it reminds me that I've not done it clean through, and maybe I have to come back to it on another challenge again. But I want to do some building muscle now, because I do suspect I'll have lost some strength, but I also think your body's very wise in terms of what it consumes, and from what I understand, it eats scar tissue and all the unhealthy muscle and fats and other parts of your body that it wants to get rid of, probably internal scar tissues from abusing the body and stuff. So it prioritises that before it goes to the good stuff. So I do envisage being able to build some muscle pretty quickly, providing I get the diet right, the training's consistent. I think it'll just be ready to go, and I do want to try and maintain a daily juicing habit. That's one thing I do want to maintain, because at least if I'm doing it daily, and I think that's what led me to do this, because I started juicing again a few weeks ago, and then off the back of that, it kind of set the stage for me doing a full cleanse. I was like, hold on, why don't I do this? I've not done it for years. So that's probably what I'd suggest as a next step, without being preachy, is get a juicer and just have a juice. Just have one. There's plenty of recipes you can source. If you need something really sweet but still quite healthy, the pineapple, coriander, mint, cucumber and coconut water is a good one, because you're still getting some of the herbs. But if you want a full cleaner, you want a lemon and ginger blast, which is ginger, turmeric, lemon, lime, kale, cucumber, mint, coriander, parsley and apples. And then I'd again follow the rule of diluting it a bit with coconut water, but that's the big one, the lemon and ginger blast. If you've looked at other juicing videos, most people talk about a version of that, and it's because you're getting all those leafy greens in and the anti-inflammatories. Then you've got the coconut water with the cucumber with the silica, and then the coconut water as well there to give it balance. And the apples, as much as it's a sweetener, there's a lot of goodness in apples, so there's no perception of eating fruits. It's not the same as sugar. It's not. I think what sugar is, it's bleached sugar cane ground up, dried and ground up, so it's like crystallized. That's completely different to having something sweet from a fruit in its holistic form. So that's a myth, because I've had quite a lot of fruits on this fast and it's not done me any bad, like the oranges and all that stuff. It's all goodness. That I've never had any adverse reactions from it, so that's a bit of a myth. But yeah, just start the process, have a juice, do a bit of breath work. Doesn't matter where you are, what matters is little steps. The compounding impact of little steps are unbelievable. And if you do, good for you.